Thanks for staying with us. Still reviewing Punch. Nima had a story. Go ahead, please.
Dollar supply rises to $11 billion. So the CBN has been able to shore up from what they had before, which was $5 billion. They've been able to make it, supply dollars up to 11 billion to meet the FX demands and, prevent the parallel market from moving away again from the official market, official rate. And this is a welcome one. According to this group, the FMDQ, they are a platform that publishes official exchange trading in the country. They said the figure rose by 185.75%, which is about 7.43 billion between January and March 15th. So well done to the CBN. But Nigerians will still demand dollars to go for a conference in a place, it's just, even though we have genuine demands for them.
But you see, I'm happy that I heard that they've opened up the 43 of the list
items
yes. have been all lifted. And the reason is because for you to, you don't need to even put any policies to stop you. When you put the cost
calculate
of,
the price.
Calculate the price, if somebody will be able to buy it when you now bring it,
yeah.
you yourself, you look within. So you don't have to restrict any items anymore.
To keep it at 1,500,
which is good.
Which is good.
The market is eventually going to find its own level, eventually. Okay, let's take another story.
There was the Ogun Transport Unions. There was tension in Ogun State, in Abeokuta, as members of the National Union of Transport Workers and the Ogun State Park and Garages Management Board clashed over the revenue collection. So the affected motor parks were Kuto, Lafenwa, Brewery, Itaoshin, Obantoko, among others. They said that there were gunshots, and they were said to have macheted themselves. They said the cause of this thing is because they had reinstated the leadership of Alhaji Ismail to NURTW. He was known as Yaro to be collecting the week's revenue, but it was now the turn of the OG, the other one, OG Spam, and those ones said no. It's not their turn, so that's what caused. They gave NURTW 2 weeks, and them and the other RTAN one week. That's where Katakata now burst. Police had to come in. Police are there stopping them from fighting, and everybody is from killing each other. Can you imagine?
All right, let me move on to
they are collecting it on behalf of the government too, not for themselves too.
So I have a story concerning the remuneration of our justices. So during the valedictory session, retired Justice Musa Datijo of Supreme Court had revealed that justices of the Apex Court were poorly paid. According to his report, he said that the Chief Registrar of the Supreme Court earns more than the justices themselves. He says while she earns 1.2 million naira per month, justices take home about 750,000 naira. The CGN, on his part, takes home 400,000 naira plus. The salary of the justice curiously drops rather than increase when they get added responsibility of being the CGN. So he was just making this, was really complaining on this. And then the House of Reps have actually asked the Judiciary, they've invited the Judiciary and the Ministers of Finance, Budget and National Planning, Wale Edun, and the National Judicial Council for deliberation on why our justices are poorly paid. So hopefully they should honor those invitations and then be able to find some kind of lasting solution to this poor remuneration of our justice system. Moving on now to Daily Sun. Tension spreads from Delta to Bayelsa over soldiers' murder. Court to hear Nnamdi Kanu's 1 billion naira suit against federal government and DSS on April 18th. Nigeria, no progress without new constitution. True federalism, says Anyaoku, Adebanjo, Duke, Tambo, and others. Sanu Nasu, strike disrupt activities in varsities. Ningi, you're eating PDP script, you're acting PDP script. Arewa plays ACF. FCT, Wike orders reshuffling of directors. And Obi demands 2024 budget review, urges reallocation of resources. Okay, which story?
Okay, I can take the National President, Nigerian Labour Congress, Joe Ajero, has called on the federal government to pay the 4 months withheld salaries of the Senior Staff Association of Nigerian Universities and Non-Academic Staff Union of Educational Associated Institutions. This was also in reaction to the 7-day warning strike that SANU and NASU started on Monday. They said it grounded universities across the country. And they said for about a month now, they had called on the attention of the government to the exclusion from payment of the withheld salaries, which commenced payment for the Academic Staff Union of Universities. So we know that during the former administration, President Muhammadu Buhari had invoked a no work, no pay policy against ASU and SANU as well for embarking on a strike that lasted 8 months and 4 months in 2022 respectively. And, you know, they had talked about it and the government had decided to start paying them back. But now they are paying just ASU. They are not paying SANU. SANU is, you know, the, what's it called again? I'm trying to get what it's called, but they are not collecting their monies and they're saying there's no credible reason or explanation for withholding the salaries in the first place. And the fact now that they have, you know, started paying ASU and they are not paying SANU, so that's non-academic, and they think that when it comes to the universities, the academic staff, you know, are the ones that are most important, but the non-academic staff have their role, you know, their roles that they play in the universities. If they do not function well, the university as a school and as a body will not be able to function, and students will not even be able to get their, you know, studies. And so they are saying that they need to be taken seriously as well. They are also expecting that their withheld salaries be paid to them. And, you know, after this 1 week, you know, strike, they will now decide on what to do if the federal government does not listen to them.
Okay, let me talk about the NDLEA. So NDLEA yesterday destroyed 4 clandestine laboratories that produce deadly meth drugs in Anambra State Command, in Anambra State, according to the public relations officer of the agency, Christopher Adebo, who spoke at the anti-drug abuse campaign rally organized in Anambra North Senatorial District, said that since inception, we have so far identified and destroyed 4 clandestine laboratories that produce meth in the state. This has become necessary because of the United Nations report on drug and crime in 2018, which says that 14.4% of Nigerians are involved in drug abuse. And in the Southeast, Anambra ranks highest in the list of states that are deeply involved in drug abuse. He also, speaking earlier, the convener, the Soludo ambassadors also noted that the body is a volunteer group that helps to resolve issues and spread the issue of, to reduce the use of drug abuse across the state. So that's NDA report from Anambra State.
I have Wiki's story. According to The Sun, he had a swearing-in ceremony for the palm sex within all the agencies and secretariats under the FCTA. And he, at that event, announced that there will be serious immediate reshufflement of directors across secretariats, departments, and agencies. And he has directed that it should be done immediately. He said the head of service will then send out posting to the directors. And he gave the riot out to the PAMSEC that as you are resuming office, either you perform or you get out. That there will be no way that he will accommodate that. He also specifically addressed the coordinators for the Abuja Metropolitan Management Council. He said that they should perform and be loyal, that, you know, the president lives in the city. There's no business that they should. There's no reason why they should leave sanitation and waste management to be idle. They should perform in their departments, make sure the street lights are working, make sure every Abuja is, you know, working. That is the business of the Abuja Metropolitan Management Council.
Go ahead, Wake.
Yeah, I was going to take the story about the soldiers going to the 11 to the community that was responsible, or they believe is responsible for the death of the soldiers. They said that they went on board 5 boats, 5 gunboats to the southern Ijaw government, local government, and the Okuama community. They said that they raised houses, and they went to this militant leader's house, who they believe his boys were behind the killing, Amagbe, and they killed 11. According to them, they killed 11 people. Somebody said he was about to bury his father, but he can't do that again because everybody is living in fear. But the soldiers have said that the community is just telling stories. It's propaganda. That they are even being complicit. No, complicit. Sorry, is the word, because they're not bringing out the perpetrators, and that their men were not only were they killed, their bodies were debased.
Oh, God.
Their hearts were brought out,
Jesus.
and they said that some of their body parts were eaten. I don't know, but it's
It is sad
Pictures,
story.
have you seen the pictures?
I
Very
You
gory
have pictures?
I've seen pictures over and over again.
It is sad.
Before they
I
show
just
you.
hope that there can be a peaceful resolution to this, because our country, we don't need this kind of crisis right now. We do not.
Okay, Vanguard, our final paper for this morning. This one is story we've not taken. Undersea cable cord, I think we'll take that story. Pardon, Obi calls for review of 2024 budget. Ibadan Circular Road, over 6,000 residents to be rendered homeless. Terrorists kidnap 87 in fresh Kaduna attack. Edo Guba APC unveils Idahosa running mate. Nigeria doomed without new constitution, says Anyaku Adebanjo and others. Bloodbath in Delta, villagers flee, hide in forest. Let's take one story there.
Okay, so I have the sports story actually. Nigerian wrestlers go gold wire in Egypt.
Yeah.
So our wrestlers are doing well in the African Games, and our Olympic silver medalist, Commonwealth champion Blessing Oborodudu beat Usman Badran of Egypt 12-2 to win her 14th African crown. Also, Oduayo Ade Kuroye outclassed Chiama Aussie of Egypt by a pinfall to win her 8th African title. She earned 10,000 points, a win that ensures that she tops the 57 kg ranking. Christiana Abusoya capitalized on her remarkable performance at the African Games by defeating Charaz Ayachi of Tunisia 10-0 superiority in 53 kg to win gold as well. Similarly, Kolawole Esther in 62 kg outshone Farah Hussein of Egypt to win 11-0 to win her second African senior title. And so we're just carrying gold like that all the way. We have Hannah Ruben also, who beat
Fortunately, we have to go, but
Tunisia.
congratulations to all the athletes
All
who are
our
doing
athletes.
great. That's all we can take on Front Page Review this morning. When we come back, move on to our next segment. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.